We're live. We are live. We are live. And today we're going to be talking. Today's Tuesday.
I'm reclaiming my time.
And we are reclaiming our time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. What are you taking back? It's yours. Do what you want. We are talking about it right here, right back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Bethany, thank you for joining us today. Shout it out. This is Tuesday on Let's Talk About It. And today we have a topic for you. We want to hear how it impacts and affects you. Reclaiming my time. There's a set amount of time that you get to speak when you're defending an argument. Wasn't that what that came from?
Yeah. Auntie Maxine Waters.
Right.
Auntie Maxine Waters had one of those iconic moments where she was attempting to question a senator, and she was asking him questions, and he thought he was savvy enough for her that he was just going to waste the time.
The time. Because she has a set amount of time.
Yeah. Right. So he was just going to ramble on and talk about whatever else. And she goes, no, I got my answer. I got more questions to ask. And he just kept rambling on until she let him. And then she goes, reclaiming my time.
All that time you wasted,
bull jobbing around, I want it back.
Thank you.
And she had the right to ask for it back. And guess what she got?
She got it.
She got all that time that he spent wasted back.
So do what you thought. I am reclaiming my time.
Oh, my God.
You can reclaim your time. Hey, J. Ronald White.
Good morning, Sister Bethany. Ron, what's going on with you? There's a quote that Brian Tracy said, do you value your life? Because if you value your life, you will value your time. Because that's what your life is made of. Mm-hmm. Your time. What you're doing with your time. Are you letting people steal your time?
Here's how you let people steal your time. When you've already decided that what they told you, particularly about yourself, is a lie. But you continue to fester on the fact that they told you a lie. And you mad that you believe that lie. And you're going to spend more of your time being mad at you for believing them, or being mad at them for convincing you, than deciding to just move on.
Amen. Amen. Well said. Every moment that negative statement by that other person said, we all are guilty to a degree, Dr. Beverly. She says guilty. But every moment that they're occupying space is taking away your time. They're taking away your life, actually. Brother Ronald says, always know the area that you're in. Amen. Always know the area that you're in. Consider where you are, who you're talking to, what this real arena is. Chris Rock knew the era he was in, where he didn't retaliate for Will Smith's foolishness. He recognized where he was.
And he reclaimed his time, his dignity, and his position.
Kept it,
Absolutely.
You can't take it from me. I love that. The more I ponder that moment, the more I'm proud of Chris Rock. But reclaiming your time, do you value your life? I think, how about this funny bit by Kevin Hart? When you've been married for a long time, and then she asked for a sip of your juice, because he was in the store. And he wants something to drink. No, I want nothing. He buys some juice and he goes out of the store, and she asked for a sip of his juice. I didn't I just ask you to tell me you want some juice? You want a sip of my juice? You're going to take an over thirsty drink? You're going to want a sip of my juice, right? He goes to the whole thing of how it would offend him. Hours later, he'll still be talking about it. Wanted a sip of my juice. Occupying time. Why? The event is long ago over. Still occupying your time. Still upset about
Renting
it.
space in your head without paying any rent.
That's right. Good morning,
Good
Sister
morning,
Glenda. How you
Glenda.
doing? Yeah, we got some Brother Ron's in the house today. Bethany swung through today. Bethany, how's our boy?
It happens. It happens so often that we don't even realize it. We think of when I think of earworms, I think of songs that you can't get rid of. But sometimes there are voices and or messages that you can't get rid of. The Empowerment Network on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us, Chef Ray.
The Empowerment Network. We're on YouTube right now. Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Rev, also known as Pastor George Allen.
That's right. And good morning again, Glenda. So
we're talking about reclaiming your time.
Reclaiming your time in whatever situation.
Which means reclaiming your life.
Absolutely. Now, imagine you spent 35 years of your life believing what somebody told you.
That lie.
Okay. Believing that lie. Even if that lie was about yourself. But sometimes the lie is nebulous. You didn't get it right away. Go to college, get a good job, and retire. You put your dreams on hold, right? Or maybe the lie was you can't do this, you can't do that because it's unstable. Maybe entrepreneurial, and your family was not entrepreneurial. They were doctors or teachers or lawyers or whatever the case might be. But then you came to yourself at some point and decided that doesn't have to be true for me. That moment, you gave yourself the opportunity to reclaim your time. However, what happens in the next moment determines whether or not you do.
This seems an appropriate moment for you to tell the story, Lisa, of Raised by Chickens.
Raised by Chickens is actually about a egg that fell from the sky and landed in the
chicken coop.
Yes, the barn is what I was going to say. It landed in the barn or the farm, and the chicken coop had other eggs that were in it. And
good morning, Melissa.
They chucked the egg over to the mama hen, chucked the egg over to where the rest of the eggs were, and he sat on it. We're glad you found us on the YouTube, Chef Rev. And she sat on the egg, and she hatched the egg along with the other eggs that she had been hatching. Well, when she hatched this egg did not look like the rest of the other eggs. It didn't look like the other eggs at all. The other eggs were small and scrawny, and the other chicks were small and scrawny, but this particular chick was big and bold. The smaller chicks, the other chicks were smaller. They could scratch. They had pointy beaks. They could peck. This chick had big claws and a curved beak. It couldn't peck like the rest of them. Well, she raised this chick the best as she could. She tried to teach it to peck and scratch. Good morning, Melissa. She tried to teach it how to pick and peck, but she couldn't. Try as she might, she tried to get it to the place where the rest of the chicks would be. Now, this chick decided, I wish that I could fly. Chickens don't fly. I wish that I could jump up and be in the sky. Chickens don't do that. She had other thoughts in her mind, and she wanted to do something other than what she had the ability to do, according to these chickens. The rest of the chickens and the mama hen were like, poor baby. She ain't going to be able to do nothing.
Just keep learning to scratch.
Just keep trying to figure out how to scratch and peck.
We chickens, we don't fly in the sky like that.
Well, the truth of the matter is the chickens do not know how to fly. They just don't.
That's right.
And the truth of the matter is this other chicken that was big and strong with big arms and big talons and was looking very different than the rest of the chickens really was an eagle. And quite honestly, the chicken mama had done the best that she could to get her to that point. She birthed her. She hatched her. She try to keep her alive by feeding her, but she had reached a place where she couldn't do anymore. She couldn't teach her anymore. And you know what? Sometimes that's what happens in our families. We've gotten together with someone who just wants to protect us. They just want to keep us safe, but they do not realize the ability that you really have.
Sister Melissa St. Clair says, good morning. Cringe. Believing a lie long term, enlightenment is freeing. Amen, sister. Melissa Price, good morning again. She goes, Raised by Chickens. I've got that book. Dr. Beverly says, ready for this. I was told that I can't get married again until the ex die. If I do, God will not sanction it and it will fail. Others have heard those things before, and others have believed those things and lived their life according to that as well. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about, any more comments, baby?
Let's talk about reclaiming your time, reclaiming the reality of it all. I'm telling you.
I asked Lisa to tell that story of Raised by Chickens because eventually that eagle that was raised by chickens, he saw an eagle in the sky. And he was able to stretch his wings and go up there and join them and become an eagle because he was always an eagle. He was just raised by chickens.
And a lot of times we think that, the chickens was just trying to hold me back. No, they were limited.
That's all they could do.
That's all they could do.
A chicken couldn't teach an eagle how to be an eagle.
No.
It can't do it.
It wasn't intentional. It wasn't meant to harm. It was meant to help. Just like sometimes those people, those friends and family members that were encouraging you to stay in school, that were encouraging you to hold back on your dream because you could lose your job or it's dangerous or it's not safe or any of those things, it does not necessarily mean that they were holding you back.
Good morning, Stephanie Morris. She's on LinkedIn watching us. Melissa St. Clair says a sweet story. Actually, this is a story in a book that Lisa wrote called Raised by Chickens.
Yeah.
Melissa Price has the book. A lot of people over here have the book. Stephanie Morris says, can you really reclaim your time? Let's explore that with her.
Yes, okay. Please.
Now, those minutes that you were doing the other thing, no, you can't get that back.
Well, Stephanie probably missed what we were talking about with Aunt Maxine.
Auntie Maxine, reclaiming my time. Were you on early when we first started, Stephanie, where we talked about how the scenario, the phrase reclaiming my time came about? Maxine Waters had the opportunity to interview another senator, to question another senator in council, in chambers, in court, in session is what it was. And each of them had 5 minutes to question. And the opposition, they had a plan. Their plan was to, whatever question she asked, would just keep talking till her time expired.
Drag out the answer as long as they could.
Yep, until her time expired, so she couldn't get a chance to really zing them or get any real good questions in. So she's like, reclaiming my time, because she knew what they were doing. Right. They were bull jobbing and wasting her time. Once she got the answer she wanted, that's enough. Next question. No, I'll keep talking. Reclaiming my time, and she had every right to ask for reclaiming her time, and she got all those minutes that they wasted back.
That's right. Okay.
Mark Greer says, good morning. It is Tuesday. If you're here, you've been given another day of life. Be thankful for it. Be excited about it. Be blessed by it. Now, let's roll.
I can't do nothing with a Mark. So Stephanie goes on to say, once the second, minute, hour, day, or month is gone, it's gone. And
yes,
it's not
but
true.
Yes.
It's not. Because you can actually compound that by fretting over the time that's gone, which means that it's almost like you're topping off the time. Oh, I've lost this much time, but there's this much room left in my life. So let me go ahead and waste that too, worrying about the time that I've already lost.
Ooh, worried about something that's past tense. What is that called? Tripping on something behind you is foolish, right? It's anxiety. Anxiety is worried about the future. Worry about things in the past. Anyway, there's so many examples I can come up with. Sister Mara said, Stephanie Mara says, oh yes, I remember that phrase now. Reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. It was such an affirming and powerful statement from her.
It is. It means that I have the authority to take back what you thought you stole.
And they thought they stole it.
You thought.
And when she reclaimed their time, it was like,
Guess not. And see, and that's exactly so. What she did was she used one of the enemy's tricks against him.
Thank you, Stephanie. Insanity is to worry about the past. Yeah.
One of the enemy's tricks is to confound with words.
That's
we know
the number one thing.
We know to confound with words. He is the author of confusion. He's the father of lies.
Yep.
Right. And so when you realize that you have the power in the truth, that's what she said. She ain't go around changing no clocks. She didn't go around. No. You answered my question. Now it's time for you to stop talking and let me ask another question. Oh, you're not? Here's when you did.
I'm not giving you that. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. I'm getting my time. All of it. Man.
All of it. Asked and answered is another one that they say. Asked and answered.
I don't agree. So, well, if you agree, fine. But you can say ask and answer all you want. But I don't think I got my answer yet.
Right.
Okay, so. Reclaiming your time. What about those? I wasted, I'm certain. Now, I think I said this to Lisa before, and she gave me a different perspective on this before. But I think I wasted a year of my adult life. A year. Twice I did this. I wasted a year in Raleigh, and I wasted a year in Charlotte, too. And both of those times where my business wasn't going well, and I took a job, and both times it was selling cars. I sold cars for a year in Raleigh, and I sold cars for a year here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I look back on it, that was not part of my mission. That was wasting days. Now, I took the job, and I just did it for the money. I could do the work, I could get the money, and I could pay my bills on the job. But it wasn't who I saw myself as. It wasn't who I wanted to be, and I wasn't working towards what I wanted to be. I was just doing the job as good as I could. Now, I wanted to win Salesperson of the Month. That's just part of the things what I do. I wanted to be recognized, and I was, and I did produce a lot. But I was doing it strictly for the money. It wasn't part of who I was. So I feel like I wasted the year.
But you had to fulfill the role for your family.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I needed the money.
Mm-hmm. Glenda says, see your past as building blocks to get you where you need to go. Amen.
Here we go. Thank you, Mark. So many people have willingly and unwillingly sold their time to other things and other people. The truth is, your time is your time. If you give it up to someone else, that's on you. Churchill said, the truth is incontrovertible. Absence may attack it. Ooh. I'm reading Mark Greer's posts, comments in Mark Greer's voice. And I'm stuck right now. I don't know if I can go back to
I can't stop.
I don't know if I can go back to reading it in Brian's voice. It just sounds so much better in Mark Greer's voice. It sounds better, Mark. Everything sounds better in Mark Greer's voice. Can you please pass me the pepper and the salt, Lisa?
I can't with him. There's nothing that I can do.
Open up the bedroom door. Whoever's awake in here right now is about to.
Don't know what I can do. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time.
That's the line. Whoever's awake in this room right now, she better get ready. Good morning, Michelle DeWitt. How you doing, DeWitt?
Dr. Beverly says you sound like a superhero.
I sound like a superhero by pretending I'm sounding like Mark Greer. That's what I'm doing. Dr. Beverly, I want to help you to free yourself up to accept love.
I cannot with you.
And marriage.
Reclaiming your time is deciding to move forward with the authority of what you believe now.
Absolutely. You know more now than you knew back then. Okay, when you lost that time. I lost that time thinking if I had that time, I regret it, baby. I regret those 2 years where I did that because I know it wasn't. If I had just stayed in my game past that painful moment, I think I would have advanced further.
So, do you have a time machine?
No, I don't.
So then the best use of that time is to enjoy the experience and the knowledge that you gained in doing it. Even if that experience means that I won't ever do this again,
Mm-hmm.
and then reclaim it and move forward.
You know what made me leave the last job there? Same reason I left the military. I was a sergeant at E5, and I was what they call short. Short means you have 6 months left to get out. Okay, your elapsed time, your ECS, your elapsed time in service, and so they try real hard to incentivize you to stay in. They throw potential promotion at you, preferred assignments at you to try to get you to stay in. Okay, so I had a lot of options. I got down to 3 months short. And now I knew I was going to leave, okay, but I was still listening to offers. You can go to this place, Brian. You can go to that place. We can promote you. And I was like, okay, I'm excited about that. It was a cold, rainy morning. It was very cold. We had PT. The uniform had not yet switched over from the shorts. We had yellow shorts and gray T-shirts, okay, and they were really shorts in the 80s too. These was in the 80s. They were short shorts, and the socks and the sneakers, okay. So at PT time, you're supposed to run to PT, and you got to be in uniform to get the PT. PT stands for physical training. And this particular day, it was very cold, and it was very rainy. It was pouring. So I put my sweats on over my shorts and T-shirt, and I ran down there with the idea when I got to PT, I would take my sweats and jacket off and put it over there in a pile until I was finished. As I was approaching, everyone was running towards PT. Only one person had on sweats, okay? I was going to take them off, but I had on sweats, and we had PT, and that wasn't the uniform of the day. So as I ran up to go into PT, I was about to take off my stuff. McNeill, get in this office. It was pouring rain. So they called me in the office. What makes you think you could just decide whatever kind of uniform you're going to wear? Well, it seemed reasonable to me. It's cold and rainy. I was just going to take it off. You know, it's reasonable to you. What makes you think you can use your brain, be reasonable? So they chewed me out. Now, I'm a sergeant. I'm an E5. I got troops underneath me. They're chewing me out for choosing to dress warmly on a cold, wet day. Decision made. I'm out of here. Mr. Twiggy Sanders, good morning to you, sir. Reclaiming your time, reclaiming your life, getting that back to what we're talking about. Brother Ron says that's right.
Dr. Beverly said, accepting love is easy. However, I find out later that the guy is ready to receive who I am, or our assignments don't match. So I'm just dating if I feel like it.
Yeah, and there's a season for that. Date if you feel like it. I think it's a great answer. I'm dating if I feel like it. You're choosing to control that time of you, choosing to control that situation. If I feel like dating, I will.
I don't think we dated.
You know, yes, we did. Girl, I spent tons of money on your butt.
Yeah, like
I was taking her. No, baby.
No, no. You're hearing the wrong part of it. I don't think we were dating. We were in relationship.
All those
almost
dinners
from the very beginning.
All
and yes,
those dinners,
did.
All those lunches, all those breakfasts I spent on your butt.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just classifying them differently. Because dating would imply that there might have been others.
I can see your point, and I think you're right, because really from the first day that we were in each other's presence, from the first day, you know, I've slipped up and said it a couple of times. Probably the first day I met Lisa was the day she became my wife. Probably.
Don't you want to say something else?
You was bracing for me to say something else?
Yes.
She's over there bracing herself?
Jesus. No, it's okay now, but
no, because you were my helpmeet from the beginning. Okay.
Yes, okay.
From the very beginning. And it was partnership from the very beginning. And I mean, it was like everything. When I found out she was civic, like I was very civic, I was down to feed the homeless down to give out coats and book bags. I was doing all that stuff. And then when I found out she was doing the same thing in a different city, because we think civically, I was like, oh my gosh, she is civic just like I am. That's beautiful. It was just another thing on top of everything else. She's entrepreneurial just like I am. What? She's got a women's group that she facilitates. What?
Yeah.
My apologies. I had sent too early. The quote is, I know the whole quote, Mark, but I'm going to just read it. The quote, the truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it. Ignorance may deride it. But in the end, there it is. The truth is you were given 24 hours of the day. You decide what to do with your time. You determine how productive or destructive your time will be. If you allow people and things to steal your time, you have given up your power to control your life. Don't give your time to anything or anyone that does not uplift you in every possible way. Period.
I'm so tired of you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
I'm so tired.
You're so tired, baby.
I could hardly even want to absorb the wisdom of Brother Mark.
Too late, baby. It's in there.
Tired of you.
Embrace it. Pastor George Allen says,
if I'm truly honest with myself, it's sometime that I don't want to reclaim. And that's exactly fair. But that's your choice. You get to decide what that is. Dr. Beverly says, now you sound like a transformer god. Yeah. Jay Ronald said, we let people run over or redirect us and our thoughts.
Yeah, and Brother Ron, you're right. And it's a battle. It's a constant battle, but it's worth fighting for. That's what I'm getting from Brother Mark. We fight for that space that occupies our head. We fight for our own time to become best versions of our own selves.
But it's your choice. You get to choose that. And the longer that you hold on to limiting beliefs and thoughts that did not serve you in the first place, the more time you're giving away. That, like Stephanie mentioned earlier, you can never get back.
Yep.
You can't get back the time that you abdicate from yourself. You can get back the time that someone steals from you.
And if they can get it from you and you give it to them, they're going to take it. Okay? They're going to take it from you if you'll allow it to happen. Lisa tells a classic story about her working in the church. And she asked this one lady who was particularly capable, who seemed to be able to do things. And Lisa asked her to be on this project. And the lady simply told Lisa, no. And Lisa's like, what do you mean? Well, that lady was controlling her time. She probably could have did it, but she chose to not take part in this particular event. And she said no, and let no be her answer. That's enough.
And it was a loving no. But it pissed me off for years.
Who did piss off?
Me.
You. It didn't piss off her.
It wasn't a defiant no. It wasn't not because you on the team, no. It was simply no.
She chose not to be involved with 8 committees or 8 projects at a time. She just said no, and knows her answer. And that's that. Sister Pamela Howard, good morning to you. I really want to find a Pamela Howard song. She says, so true.
And it was just, it was a revelation that I was able to gain out of the no, probably years later. And I continue to
tell that story.
Tell the story. And I continue to give her credit for it. Her name was Rosalind.
Yep, Rosalind.
Rosalind Renee Robinson.
Yep. And
she will continue to get the credit of teaching me the power of no.
See, you love to tell that story again and again about how it all got started way back when.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
The monument was right in your face. For extra points, who knows what I was just doing there? And where did it come from? For extra credit. Tonight, this is June. And in June, they feature men. Father's Day happens to be in the month of June. So a lot of different organizations have chosen to take the whole month in celebration of men. 2 weekends ago, I got it. Was it 2 weekends ago or was it last weekend?
The bridge.
Okay. But anyway, 2 weekends ago, I had an opportunity to speak at a men's function where I got a chance to showcase who I am. And tonight, I'm going to be honored as a motivational man. Some men in the community has been doing motivational things over time, and they're choosing to feature me tonight. So tonight, I'll get a chance to be celebrated, and I'll get a chance to give a word tonight. So I posted the flyer on my page. Good morning, Sister Andrea. Andrea Chocolate Butterfly Williams. Good morning to you. She says, good morning, butterflies. And Father's Day is actually this upcoming weekend.
Sunday, yes.
Saturday is upcoming weekend. Lisa and I both are going to be at the Black Wealth Summit at the Harvey Gantt Museum. And I think we're speaking. We both are going to be speaking? Cool. So we're going to do something there. As long as it's on my calendar, I show up for stuff. Thank you, Sister Glenda. And I'm honored actually by this event tonight. Today is a little bit less frenetic than some of my days have been. So I have some time in between. So if I can prepare, actually shave my face and make sure I look nice for the event.
Dr. Beverly said, that's why Lisa told me I have to find my no.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa realized that my no doesn't work. And for that, Lisa, I appreciate you. And my no needs no explanation or a definition. So Lisa, really, thank you.
How many of y'all walking around with a broken no?
My no is not broke.
But some people are, and yours has been broken in the past.
It has been.
But it's been repaired. Okay. Thank you, Mark. Man, you are killing me. LOL. If you weren't my friend, I'd say you really need counseling. You can still say it. Yes, Lisa, it is a choice. People would be. Oh, man, I think he hit send too fast. Again, Mark. If the moment you told me it offended you or you wanted me to stop it, I would. But if you don't say those two things specifically, I'm offended by that impression, Brian. Or stop it specifically. If you don't say that, I'm going to keep going because two reasons why I'm going to keep going. One is I am showing my appreciation for your power. And the other is it's fun. It's fun to do.
Lord Jesus, help us all.
How many people else here have ever done Mark Greer when Mark Greer wasn't around?
Brother Chef Rev says, if I'm being my best self at all times, I understand that I'm not wasting any time.
Mm-hmm.
I am a gift to every situation, and I'm not looking for anything in return. Time is time.
The great Tom Hopkins had these 12 words used to torment him, but he set records selling real estate. He actually sold 365 homes in 1 year, one at a time. Sold an average of 1 home sold a day in a year. He gave classes every Saturday morning on how to buy a home, and people in the classes became his prospects. He gave free classes on how to buy homes. That's what he did. But he said these 12 words convicted him all the time. I must do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. Okay. I must do the most productive thing possible at every given moment. And it would torment him. He would say it over and over to himself, those 12 words. I must be doing the most productive thing possible at every given moment. Now, is it possible to do the most productive thing possible at every given moment? I don't know if it is or not, but it worked for him. Dr. Beverly says,
me, but I be copying you and laughing my tail off.
Of course you do. Who doesn't do Mark Greer in their own time? Dr. Beverly just confessed she's done it before, but she's copying me. Melissa Price says, Paw B, you so silly with your Mark mojo.
Michelle DeWitt says, I need to hear Mark personally.
Mark. We should have Mark on the show.
Yeah.
Mark, let's schedule you to be a guest on this show so we can really share you with the world. If you're willing to, let's schedule you like within the next week.
No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
No pressure.
Mark, if you are Mark, if you're here in the Charlotte area this Thursday, we are getting together with the Empowerment Circle
Lunch on
for
the lake.
lunch on the lake. Bring your lunch and come sit on the lake with us together at Ladder Plantation Park. We're all going to be there on Thursday, this Thursday, the 16th, which is day after tomorrow.
Is that the great Sammy O'Banion?
Hey, Sammy, good morning.
After we read Mark Greer's, we have to tell our Sammy O'Banion story.
Yes.
Mark Greer says, I did hit send too early. Must be the caffeine this morning. People would be much better off if they understood the power of their choices. As far as the imitation, you know you're good with me, B. You still need counseling.
Definitely does need counseling.
Sammy O'Banion is a world-class crooner,
Yes.
singer. Lisa published his book.
Two of his books.
But the first book was Oh My God.
My goodness.
Oh My Goodness, the Sammy O'Banion story. He's in 2 or 3 Hall of Fames for music. He sang with some of everybody, including Mr. James Brown, which he always refers to him as Mr. James Brown. One of the best voices you ever heard. Some of the greatest love songs that you've known. When Sammy sings it, you like Sammy's version better.
Yes.
Okay. When Sammy, you like Lady by Kenny Rogers. That's a really good song. Sammy does it better. Yes. Sammy O'Banion. To look at Sammy on a picture, for example, he looks like a short, white guy, middle-aged, right? Put a microphone in his hand, and he's a god with his voice. Beautiful voice. Now, Lisa and I, he's special to us because he was a part of our love story of us getting together.
Yes.
He did an event. It was his birthday party on a boat out at Mooresville. And Lisa and I went, and he sang a song. I don't know if he dedicated that first one to us or not.
That was the song that he sang that song. I think he did dedicate it to us the first time. I can't remember or not.
But it was for us, okay? And he sang that love song, and Lisa and I realized that we loved each other.
Brian got choked up.
I did not get choked up.
He got
but
choked
Sam,
up.
I did not get choked up, but Sammy sang us song. He sang us in love.
Brian got choked up. He took me out on the deck.
Oh, this is where she about to exaggerate, y'all. Get
together.
Get yourselves ready. She about to exaggerate.
He professed his love to me, and he said, "You need to get things together." It was at that moment that he committed.
It was at this moment he knew.
In September.
He said, "Good morning."
2016.
It had to be 16. 15, yes.
2015. See, I got the year right.
Yeah, this time you did. Yes, baby.
Michelle DeWitt.
Michelle Price. Okay, go ahead.
Did you send the information about Thursday? Yes, I did.
Melissa Price says
yesterday morning.
I've already nominated Mark to be on the show because he always has the best golden nuggets of motivation and inspiration. That's what he do, that he drops on us. But now I really want him on so I can hear the voice too.
No pressure, no pressure.
Let's schedule it. What does he have to? Lisa will send you the link to schedule it, Mark, please.
Yes.
Andrea's laughing her butt off. Did you really? Anyway, Julie Ray Hammondry, good morning, dear one. Julie Ray says, Brian got choked up with exclamation point. Love it. Surrender to it, Brian. Nah, son, nah.
He did.
Nah.
September of 2015.
I said it real manly. I said, look, you my woman now.
Yeah, no. He was a puddle. And Sammy's voice will reduce you.
One of the best things I ever heard. Pastor George Allen says, Michelle DeWitt, you need to talk to Mark on the phone. I swear you would get an image of God.
But Sammy entered into my life at a very difficult time.
Oh, what a great story this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He entered into my life at a very difficult time. I ended up wandering the city, just driving my car, wandering. I didn't have a particular destination. And I ended up at this pier in Mooresville, like you said. Mm-hmm. And there was a man who was tuning and singing and kind of getting ready to tweaking around with his equipment while I was sitting out in the sun, sort of just seeking God, asking for direction and trying to figure out what was going to happen next. And he was singing, and he ended up singing so beautifully that it motivated me, like to write about him and what he was doing. And I ended up writing that story and submitting it to the newspaper that I was writing, the online newspaper that I was writing for. What was the name of it?
City Charlotte Live or something like that. Charlotte City Live or City of Charlotte something. Lisa used to write articles for a magazine.
Right.
Okay?
And so I submitted it, and then I shared it with him, and he was moved. He was moved
and
by
his
me
lady
being moved. And then
saw the article.
Yes.
She's got to write your book, Sammy.
Yeah.
Other people were vying to write his book, but she helped him to decide to let Lisa write the book. I'm going to tell you another reason I like him. I love him. He has been a professional singer for 50-something years. In his teenage years, he decided he wanted to be a professional singer, and he has made his living his whole life as a singer. I admire people doing whatever it is they set out to do.
Yeah.
Chef Rev says, you've been hanging to Mark. He says, Chef Rev, Mark Greer says, Chef Rev, you've been hanging with Brian too long.
Andrea Williams, love it. If you will text me, I don't know if I have your phone number. I sent out the email. I sent out an email yesterday. So if you're on the Empowerment Circle list, you would have received it already. If you're not on the Empowerment Circle list,
I'll text her.
Yes.
Because I have her phone number. How do I have her phone number? Because I was looking to book speakers.
Yeah, there's Brian's phone number. And I think you have my phone number as well.
Or you could call Lisa directly. That'll be the shortcut, really. If you can put your contact.
I'm looking for it, sweetheart.
So anyway, it's now 9:41. Time has flown by today. We didn't get a chance to do cards, but what we will do is we will thank our consistent contributors. We're going to thank people that contribute to the show. Every comment makes the show. With no comments, no show. Brother Sammy says, always great to hear inspiring speakers to lift us and remind us who we should be. I'm telling you, that's what Brother Mark Greer does. But Sammy, you do that too.
Absolutely.
It's been a rich relationship with Mr. Sammy O'Banion because he's invited us to his birthday party a couple of times.
Yes, a few times. Coming up again in September.
Yep.
Coming up again in September. I can't wait. And the first book is, oh my goodness, the second book is A Magical Christmas Tree.
Julie Ray Hammertree, find us on YouTube under the Empowerment Network. The Empowerment Network on YouTube. That's safer. Facebook, there's been some challenges with our group.
Facebook stole my group.
A low life on Facebook.
I am reclaiming my time on YouTube.
That's right.
I could have sat back and whined about it and just disappeared, but I have restructured and we are in the process of branding, and that's why we need you to tune in on YouTube. George Allen, you didn't get the email either. If you are not on the Empowerment Circle list, make sure that you opt in.
How do they do that?
You go into the description of the show, and it's down there on the bottom. Yep. You just click the link. I think it's bit.ly something.
Okay. Or connect with us on YouTube at the Empowerment Networks. We do need to migrate over there because Facebook, it was shiesty. Someone stole our whole group and changed the name and Lisa's profile. So Lisa got put in Facebook jail for 30 days through no fault of her own. Through no fault of her own. And it's just, this is another reclaiming our time thing because we run our business through Facebook. We were running our business through Facebook, but we don't need to give up that much control.
Thank you, Melissa. There's the link for YouTube.
Thank you, Melissa.
We are hoping to get enough subscribers so that we can change that to YouTube /The Empowerment Network.
And we just need more subscribers so we can do that. Brother Stephen Govan, good morning, sir. Sister Pamela Dellinger, good morning, sis. How you doing?
Good morning, Pamela. That's who we were just talking about. That is Sammy O'Banion's beautiful companion, Pamela Dellinger, and she was the one who convinced him to consign me.
Pamela's been another
Whatever.
beautiful relationship with us. She always gives an encouraging word to us. She always drops in something beautiful or something pretty to say or think about. And she breeds dogs too. Pamela is something kind of a poodle something, a poodle mix. But
A
Pamela,
schnoodle or doodle or I don't know.
please post the dogs that you breed, the name of them, please.
And Pamela sent me some healing energy. It was wonderful.
She did a whole thing when Lisa was in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
She did a healing for Lisa. Oh my Lord. Thank you, Pamela. I love the relationship.
She did a Reiki healing.
A Reiki, yes. I love the relationship with Pamela Dellinger and Mr. Samuel Bannon. You know, people like that are givers. Now, we have a lot of givers on this thread, a lot of people who give and serve.
Yeah.
A lot of you. Thank you, Melissa Price. Look at that. See, that's another loving act. Melissa didn't have to do that, but she chose to be in support. She chose, that's something that she could do, and she chose to do it. I don't remember Bethany's song. Do you?
No.
I remember she had one.
Doodles. I'm trying to remember what kind of dog. Oh,
Golden Doodles and Golden
Retrievers.
Retrievers.
Yes.
I have 6 doodle pups now, and I am certified healing touch practitioner. So she got 6 golden doodle pups right now. Okay. And she is a certified healing touch practitioner. Her touch is part of what helped Lisa to heal. Dr. Beverly Uniquely Taken Over has golden doodles. Dr. Beverly Uniquely Taken Over Thomas has a logo on this show. And she also hung out with us Sunday at the Comedy Club.
Yes. It was really funny.
It was Sunday. It was hilarious.
It was bust your gut funny.
Oh my gosh. I think about that every morning now, that last comedian. This morning, as I sat on the edge of the bed before I stood up, I was thinking about some of the jokes that guy said.
One of his jokes was sitting on the edge of the bed trying to contemplate
and talk to your body,
pulling all of the pieces together
to get up. But Dr. Beverly's logo goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Let's keep it rolling, please.
Dr. Beverly.
Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Rev. He has a song, Why Must I Eat Like That? Why not hire Chef Rev? Take 2. Why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He puts the good food in me.
Nah. Melissa St. Clair, you deserve a song. Help us to find one for you. Melissa Price does have a song. Melissa Price song is bow 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 bow. Melissa's song. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's song. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price, girl, baby.
That's right, Melissa.
Stephanie Morris has a song as well.
Stephanie.
Life has new meaning to me. There is beauty up above and things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Samuel Bannon would kill that song. Mark Greer has a jam as well. It goes, so wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
That's right. So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now.
That's right. That is Brittany. Is Brittany.
Is Brittany. Is Brittany. Brittany Thomas is Brittany.
Is Brittany. Is Brittany. Brittany. It's your time.
It's your time. Yeah. Dr. Beverly wants Lisa's Cash App. Send me your Cash App, Lisa.
My Cash App is the same as my phone number, and my name is $Lisa Santiago McNeill. Feel free to send your tips and offerings.
We've learned to accept them graciously. Dr. Beverly also says, Sean saw my message to him, and he responded about our group. He thought we were family. And I told him we are. We are the Empowerment Duo family. Now, the Sean you're talking about the stand-up comedian Sean?
Sean Jones.
Sean Jones. He was hilarious.
I added him. I didn't get a picture with him. Or did I?
You said you did, but I didn't see it. Craig Sabb, I'm late. Everyone stay blessed. Have a good day on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest. Craig Sabb. Also, Craig Sabb, 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze. Samuel Bannon says, I will be performing at Soul Food Eatery on Independence Boulevard in Charlotte in July. Well, we need more details, bro.
Yes,
what
and we
day?
will put it in the newsletter as well.
And we want to be there too.
Absolutely.
So we want to come and support you, my brother.
Absolutely. Glenda's riding on the freeway
and make up
in her pink Cadillac.
If y'all don't know what we're doing, we're thanking our consistent contributors to the show and people who have been rocking with us for years with greeting songs and greeting logos. Like Michelle DeWitt has one as well. And it goes, DeWitt, Michelle DeWitt. That's her jam right there. And Julie Ray wants the details as well, Brother Sammy.
Julie Ray has a song.
Julie Ray Hammondtree. Find out what she means to me. Julie Ray Hammondtree. That's our girl. Mark Greer has a jam. Oh, we just did Mark. Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Red. We did his too. Okay. Andrea has Chocolate Butterfly.
Chocolate Butterfly.
Sail across the waters. Tell your sons and your daughters what the promise brings. What the promise brings. That's Andrea's jam. Pamela Dellinger, you've been rocking with us for years. We got to find out jam for you. We did Glenda.
Miss Phyllis.
Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now you can all have a great day. Let me say this too about our consistent contributors to the show. No one's required to be here. So every single time that you choose to be here for this show,
we thank you.
We thank you and you honor us with your presence. I tell you, every morning that we do the show, Monday through Friday, I am selfishly looking for you, particularly our regulars, our regular peeps. You are the ones that I'm really looking for, although you got lives to live too. You ain't got to be here every day. We going to be here, but
and
you don't have to be.
Appreciate it.
But we appreciate you greatly.
We appreciate it.
Dr. Beverly says,
Julie Ray Hammondtree, with your pretty self.
With your pretty self. So beautiful.
With your pretty self.
That's right.
Well, I was watching a TikTok the other day, and she said that Black women have the particular, the best compliments that you can definitely give. And sometimes the compliment is just the word that you are complimenting. You be like, you see a sister in some polka dots, and you be like, okay, polka dot. You see a sister in a fly hat, okay, hat. And
that's the compliment.
And that's the whole compliment. And that is so true. We were stepping out of our house together the other day.
Gosh. Yeah.
And we had we coordinate. That was one of the jokes of one of the comedians that night that
when you've been married for a long time, y'all don't have to touch all the time.
No,
y'all just dress alike.
Like we got on pink today. But like we had on coordinating outfits. And when we stepped out of our house, our neighbor across the street said, okay.
Yes. I'm like, whoa. I couldn't see her, but you could hear her.
You could hear her, and you knew what she was talking about because we was cute. That's right, Andrea. You better do it. That's another compliment.
Julie says, I love it. And thank you, friends. Julie also says, you're my family here. Dr. Beverly says, okay, we did read that already.
We are family.
You better do it. Is this you? Is this you?
That's what
you just walk up, you dress nice. This you? Okay. Trevor Noah, maybe?
Yes, Trevor Noah, when he was first made his way to America in the airport, when he said a guy walked up to him he was talking about how black people compliment one another on their girlfriends or on their significant other. This you?
Yeah, it's me.
yeah, it's me.
Compliment. That's right. That part. And really, they're not saying much words, but you know what they mean.
You know what they're talking about. And your smile will blow up from ear to ear.
I see you.
That's another compliment. I see you. That's right. Polka dot. Go ahead, polka dot.
When I was first, I see you was it's not only a compliment, it's another way people try to push up on you. Okay. When I first started coming to Charlotte back and forth, I was completely smitten over Lisa. I was trying to get back there as much as possible. And this woman hit me up with, Brian, I just want to let you know, man, I see you. I was like, too late.
That's another one, Andrea. All right, fam. That's
right,
another
fam.
compliment.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
We didn't ask what's up, but that's what's up.
But take the time today, reclaim your time, and don't forget to have sex. We're out of here. We'll see you Monday.